The last time I've done this. Hello mates, Ryan here. Is your laptop just like this? Old, slow, and the keys are falling out for whatever reason? Do you also want to game but your old, slow laptop won't allow you? Are you also Filipino who's tired of playing Osu? Well, you've come to the right place. On this episode of Tech Talk, I'm going to show you 5 gaming laptops that you can get on Lazada for under 50,000 Philippine pesos. If you're watching this before or during a sale, you might get a pretty sweet deal. So at number 5 is the Machinike. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm just gonna call it Machinike T90, coming in at 46,999 Philippine pesos. This is actually a pretty popular laptop on Lazada with 117 reviews and a 4.9 star rating. It has an Intel Core i7-10750H processor, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, 8GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, and a 15.6-inch IPS display. It has a plentiful selection of ports ranging from USB Type-C to an Ethernet jack, and even an SD card reader and mini display? And also looks really stealthy and not over the top. The blue access the black on this laptop quite well. There are some drawbacks on this laptop though. For one, the Intel processor is a bit outdated, though Intel has been on 14nm for like 7 years now, so whatever. Plus there aren't many Tiger Lake laptops out there, so this will do. The 256GB storage may peeve some people off, especially content creators, for being too small. And Machinike isn't really all that well known in the Philippines. They don't have any service centers around here, so if this laptop breaks and you're far away from Green Hills, well, you're kinda screwed. Although this does come with a 1-year warranty to compensate for that, along with the last ball 14-day return policy. So that's helpful. At number 4 is the HP Pavilion Gaming EC1500AX for 44,990 Philippine pesos. Wait, this is a Pavilion? Does this mean that this is technically an office PC? Jokes aside, the Pavilion Gaming is also a pretty solid buy. It has an AMD Ryzen 5 4600H processor, 8GB of memory, a 512GB SSD, GTX 1560 Ti, and 144Hz 15.6-inch display. It has an all-plastic build, which is alright for some people, and it also doesn't look really flimsy. It has Bang & Olufsen speakers that are placed above the keyboard, but instead of below the laptop, which is interesting. A good amount of ports similar to the Machinike T90, and it also doesn't look like a gaming laptop until you open the thing up to see the acid green keyboard, which may disgust a few people. Color accuracy on this laptop isn't all that well though, but if you're not going to use it for that kind of application and just want to play some games, then this is perfectly reasonable. Storage might be less for some people, but compared to 256GB, then again, totally reasonable. At number 3 is the Lenovo IdeaPad L340 Gaming at 43,995 Philippine pesos. Much like the HP Pavilion Gaming, the IdeaPad L340 is a pretty solid gaming laptop that doesn't look like a gaming laptop at all. It has an Intel Core i5-9300H, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, 512GB of storage, and a 15.6-inch display. Port-wise, you don't get a card reader on this laptop, although the ports are of standard fare, and the laptop is also pretty solidly built. There's just one major problem this laptop has though, and it might peeve a few people, and that's the RAM. It only has 4 on this device. Flipping yikes. It is upgradable to 16 gigs, which is a plus, but it is only single channel, which may hinder performance a little bit. I do suggest getting a 16 gig RAM stick along with it if you're going to buy this laptop, which I will also link down in the description. Another hindrance is the 9th gen Core i5, but again, it doesn't really matter since Intel is stuck on 14nm for 7 years. Overall though, this is a solid laptop. It just needs a little upgrade. At number 2 is the Asus TUF FX505DT at only 41,995 Philippine pesos. Another solid buy. This has an AMD Ryzen 5 3550H, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, a 1TB hard drive with an added 256GB SSD, and a 120Hz Full HD 15.6-inch monitor. This was really value-packed. However, this might be the most flawed one out of the bunch. For one, there's only 4GB of RAM still, although unlike the IdeaPad L340, it is dual channel, meaning you can just plop it out of the stick up to 16GB. Also, the advertising states that this laptop is mil-spec tested, similar to how the Lenovo ThinkPad is tested. Well, take that with a grain of salt. One big issue of the FX505 was the build quality, which is flimsy given its old plastic build. And also the Ryzen 5 3550H is a little sluggish compared to its Intel contemporary, so take that as well. Despite this, it is still a very good volume proposition, and if it had more RAM, I probably would replace my laptop with it. But you know, RAM is also in the description down below. And at number 1, and you probably may have seen this from a mile away, it's the Acer Nitro 5 AN51544R7ZU. Oh my god, I can't say that. Acer Nitro 5, that, at a rather mind-blowing 39,000 Philippine pesos. Now, the Nitro 5 has been praised for being one of the best budget gaming laptops out there, and it shows. As an AMD Ryzen 5 4600H, 8 gigs of RAM, a GeForce GTX 1650. Wow, that GPU is everywhere. Like, every single laptop has that. Every single gaming laptop. Wow. Anyway, 256 gig SSD and a 144Hz 15.6 IPS display. However, despite a lot of the praise, there are some drawbacks, particularly on the storage side. 256 gigs is not enough. Despite all that, it is still a pretty decent laptop that doesn't break the bank. Just invest in an extra hard drive if you're going to do content creation on it. And so that ends this episode of Tech Talk. Honestly, if you ask me, I prefer the HP Pavilion Gaming, mostly because it's got all of the good stuff into one laptop. I just hope that it's still cheaper, but you know, I'd still prefer it. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like if you want to. I don't mind if you don't. Actually, I do. Please subscribe. I'll see you guys again next time. This has been Ryan, signing off.